morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us today. I think this is officially the first hybrid annual meeting. So we welcome those of you that are here in person, and we welcome those of you on video as well. I think we can acknowledge these are unprecedented times, and this event looks and feels a little different than it did just a year ago. Our speakers at the podium will not be wearing masks, but we respectfully request that everyone wear their masks when they're not seated at their tables. Thank you for your cooperation, and thanks to our hosts here at Cherokee for the safety protocols that they are following. So let's call this meeting to order and start the celebration. I'd like to welcome ACBR Director, $1 Million Club Chairman, CEO of Bridge Commercial, and the best voice in commercial real estate, Jeff Shaw, to the podium so he can lead us in our invocation and pledge.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please bow your heads. Gracious and loving Lord, in a year that seems defined by division, hardship, loss, and fear, we come together today to once again seek you while desiring your peace, faith, and hope. You remind us that great strength comes from the difficult challenges that we face, creating new wisdom, new opportunity, and new direction. If we pause now to reflect, we have so very much to celebrate and to be grateful for this year. There have been so many unexpected blessings, small and large, that we've experienced, and for that, we thank you. As a sign of respect to our members, we have limited our attendance at this year's program, but we are here because of the supportive efforts of nearly 2,500 members of the ACBR, and we send out our sincere gratitude and appreciation to everyone who is not here with us today. Right now, we ask for continued healing, strength, and fortitude. Let us stay safe and healthy, and may a vaccine be healing and life-saving for our world. We ask for wisdom and guidance. Let us remember our purpose and feel resounding joy as we celebrate with friends and family this holiday season. We ask for grace and unity. Let us come together, wrapped in the spirit of awareness and appreciation of the beauty within the diversity of our peers, driving us for unification, fellowship, and opportunity as we enter into the new year ahead. The individuals we honor today represent the very essence of the Atlanta Commercial Board, and though we may not ask for, or they may not ask for it, we request for them to be showered with blessings for their extraordinary sacrifices and dedication. Thank you to our 2020 board, who have served this year with both fierceness and fire as they've quickly adapted to the unrelenting change and uncertainty. Bless and guide our 2021 board as they take on new responsibilities and move our organization to achieve even greater success. And bless our leaders, every individual who pushes us to take on new challenges and help serve others along their path. I hope that this holiday season brings unexpected joy and blessings for everyone, and that we bring a renewed sense of appreciation for all that we have learned this year into the year ahead. And now if you would stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
It was just 12 months ago that I stood on this stage, reflecting on the incredible leadership of our then President, John Hagee. I recounted John's charge for us to tell stories, to get to know one another on a more personal level, and to form stronger connections. I shared some stories from my background, and then I proceeded to botch the sentimental paragraph thanking my lovely wife. I shared my vision for our organization in the year ahead, and we leaped into 2020. The economy was robust. The ACBR was trucking full steam ahead. Well, by now, you all know the rest of that story. On March 10th, at our last in-person board meeting, we voted unanimously to cancel the $1 Million Club banquet. At that time, the 500-person event was sold out, fully planned, and scheduled for just 2 days later. The trophies were labeled, and the scripts had been written. That was such a painful decision on so many levels, but I think what happened next set the tone for the rest of the year. Without any hesitation, our dedicated co-chairs, Jeff Shaw and Heather Lamb, agreed to produce a high-quality video in just 48 hours. That video aired at the previously scheduled start of the MDC banquet, and we were still able to celebrate our members' achievements. I could never have predicted the year we've all experienced, but I'm so proud of all that we've been able to accomplish. Allow me to share with you just some of the highlights. We haven't had an in-person education seminar since February, but that didn't stop our education committee. Instead, we started sharing weekly videos of relevant stories that would help our members by addressing topical issues, and subsequently we recorded several full-length programs. Scott Reese and Jim Caswell and the entire committee put together numerous programs in a short amount of time. We were concerned about how we would provide more benefits to our sponsors since we're not able to host networking events. But our sponsorship committee took action and developed an incredible program for 2021 and beyond that will give each of our sponsors the ability to direct how their investments can be made and significantly increase their recognition. Pat Murphy and Ryan Hoyt, what you and your committee have helped build, will provide a foundation for both sponsors and members for the years ahead. Thank you very much. We launched a 2-year project in partnering with Ready Catalyst, a data services firm, so that ACBR members could have options that would provide better pricing and results. Tom Crumpton, I tip my hat to you for your dedication and your hard work to make this a reality. Thank you. When we realized we weren't going to be able to work with our dynamic class of mentees in the same format as past years, our mentorship committee created a terrific program that would last through June of next year and offer highly personalized programs on commercial real estate topics led by some of the most influential individuals in our industry. Jennifer Kuntz and Allison Battelle and their entire committee have set place a program that will serve us well into the future. And our school, Capitus Real Estate Learning Center, began teaching virtual classes within 5 days of the shutdown. And that's not just a matter of going online. The teachers needed instruction. The staff needed to support the many students that would not be able to be accommodated in our building. And the entire process had to be evaluated and reevaluated. But they transitioned in such a seamless manner that's a tribute to everyone who worked together to keep this incredibly important resource available. This was a cornerstone year to serve in our diversity committee. With Kirk Rich and Corey Ferguson at the helm, we were able to accomplish great things. This team brought us such insight and compelling stories this year, and I'm grateful for their measured tones and necessary perspectives. We spoke out, we took a stand, and through it all, reconfirmed our dedication to making this industry more inclusive. We had a tremendous CRE studio event, an amazing fireside chat with Dexter Warrior, Dallas Smith, and John O'Neill, and prepared for even greater diversity and inclusion in 2021. We transformed our outreach efforts in new and highly successful ways. We didn't hold a spring fling, but our community service committee has stayed active throughout this entire year and has developed many wonderful initiatives, and many of you have contributed to, so thank you for that. This will be a better year for many of our hardest hit communities thanks to our efforts. Thank you so much to Audrey Fry and Bryant Cornett for their stewardship. Our highly creative Brokerfest committee, spearheaded by Chris Aaronkeel and Zach Wooten, set a new record for raising funds, $100,000 in gross sponsorship dollars to give back to the Scott Seelig Scholarship Fund at Camp Twin Lakes and the Atlanta Educational Research Foundation. In case you missed it, the video of Chris and I singing to the sound of music is still on the internet, at least for another couple hours. Hasn't been removed yet. We were industry leaders this year. This board put together the ATL CRE Collaborative, an online forum, as soon as COVID started, as a way to unify the 7 largest commercial real estate organizations in our city. We shared information, posted government affair bulletins, and added content on a regular basis. And we took care of each other. We reached out through a calling campaign to check on many of our members and offer our assistance. And through our care committee, led by Kay Younglove, we supported our members who have experienced great loss. And unfortunately, we've had our share. I could go on, but as you can see, we've demonstrated our value and our purpose as an organization in deeply personal and professional ways. Please join me in thanking and a round of applause for our appreciation for our 2020 ACBR Board of Directors and Officers. Thank you so much for all of your hard work. I'd like to thank our sponsors, especially our annual sponsors, the Atlanta Business Chronicle, Bridge Investment Group, Business Environments, and Georgia Power. This is a year when you all showed up, even when we couldn't. Your unparalleled dedication in supporting our many programs and efforts meant so much to us. I want to express my gratitude for seeing us through a year that was unlike any we could have expected. Your generosity and thoughtfulness means so much to our board and to our membership and our community. We have a tribute for each of you that normally we would call you up, but we will give these to you after. But thank you again very much for all of your support. Let's clap for the sponsors. I'd also like to thank our ACBR staff. They've pivoted, pirouetted, and pioneered new ways to adapt, communicate, and persevere. Thanks so much to our great communications team, led by the incomparable Renee Beidler and Amy Geddes, our board service coordinator, and Robin Godwin, our executive vice president. I'd also like to welcome Kim Foodman, who's a new member of the team. I don't know where she went. She might be outside greeting people. Kim, wave, welcome. She's a new teammate, and we're thrilled to have her on board. She used to work with the board previously, and she's back. So thank you so much. We look forward to all your contributions. The professionalism, determination, and commitment that this team brings every single day is simply remarkable. ACBR does not exist without them, so please join me in thanking them for all of their hard work. And this year has been unlike any other. Thank you. I've heard a recurring sentiment from those close to me along the lines of, gosh, I'm sorry this is the year that you were selected as president. It's a thoughtful concern since a lot of the fun stuff just didn't happen. But my response has been shaped by my observed experience. This was an incredible year, and I will always reflect on this time with great pride. And so, this chapter of my story is coming to an end, but we're really just turning the page at ACBR. Jodi, I know you'll add your tremendous leadership skills and unrivaled energy into achieving great things in 2021. I'll be there to support you in every way. But first, let's raise a glass. John, you may recognize this. This was the board gift that John gave last year, and it's storyteller wine. So keeping in the theme of storytelling, I'd like to make a toast. Here's to a happy and healthy holiday season, and may 2021 be our best year yet. Thank you very much. I have several other people that I'd like to recognize. Jennifer Pino, who's not here today, but she'll be watching on Friday, is the current 2020 ARA president. We got to know each other in Chicago at the NAR leadership training. And since then, she's been an invaluable partner. She's led ARA with professionalism and personality. And Cynthia Lippert, the incoming president, who's right here in the front row, welcome. I look forward to seeing all of the wonderful accomplishments that you will bring to the ARA and in your partnership with Jodi next year. So thank you for your service. And to our ACBR past presidents, normally we would recognize you in person. And like every other president, I would joke about joining you at your table next year. So hopefully you're watching and feeling the power in our gratitude and appreciation for all that you've done to make ACBR such a thriving organization. And I do think we have a few past presidents that are here. I see Bob and Steve and John. Anybody else? Please stand and be recognized. And I will look forward to joining you at that table next year. And I'd now like to acknowledge a very special achievement award, the Realtor Emeritus, which will be presented to two individuals today. It's a highly prestigious honor, representing 40 years of Realtor membership. It's now my pleasure to call forward our two Realtor Emeritus members to the stage, Andy Bell and Bob Matthews. Congratulations. All right, it's now my pleasure to present the President's Award. One of the most cherished traditions I've looked forward to this year is selecting the President's Award. And even a pandemic can't change the significance of this tribute. This award carries special and personal meaning to me, as I was the recipient in 2011, when it was bestowed to me by ACBR President John Ferguson of CBRE. I have such respect and admiration for John, and his recognition of my contributions marked a pivotal milestone in my ACBR journey. And in a very real way, this award helped to accelerate my visibility within the organization. It's an honor that I've thought about all year. There have been so many tremendous leaders, as I highlighted earlier, and it's hard to single out just one person. But when I reflected on this year, I made this choice because of this person's distinctive voice, steady hand, and strong vision, which helped shape the association's public voice. When I attended my first diversity committee meeting as president this year, we did have a few in-person meetings, January and February. I heard this individual introduce himself to the group and share some of his life story. I was moved by his personal and professional journey, as well as his openness and candor. Here was a strong, genuine, and passionate leader. And when our country faced tightening economy and major civil unrest, I depended on his informed perspective and authentic spirit to help open up meaningful dialogue among so much dissension. I hope this very public recognition of his many contributions inspires him to continue his service in leadership to others. This young man who stands for positive and powerful change, and I think this is something we can all stand up for. It's with great pleasure that I present this award to Corey Ferguson of T. Dallas Smith & Company for all your amazing efforts and contributions. I'd like to welcome the chair of our 2020 Awards Committee, president of King Industrial Realty, longtime friend, former $1 Million Club co-chair, where we stood on the stage with opera singers. Please welcome Sim Dowdy.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful my suit still fits because I haven't had it on but maybe once or twice other since March. So I'm very happy about that. Jeff Shaw was bringing up the other day that he was wondering if his suit was going to fit. And so I know I only have to hold my breath for 2 more hours. I'll be okay. All right. So as the 2020 chairman of the awards committee, it's an honor for me to recognize the individuals who have truly exemplified the conduct and character that ACBR stands for. And even more so this year, the ACBR is so proud of these individuals and many more who stepped up and got involved and made a difference. I also want to thank the awards committee members for their time and contributions. You've done a great job in selecting the recipients for this year. My vice chair, Dan Byers, such a nice guy. Who doesn't like Dan? All right. He did a great job, and he'll be a great chairman next year. The Henry H. Robinson Award. This award is presented to the person or company that has made a significant and lasting contribution not just to Atlanta, but the real estate community as a whole. Past corporate recipients have been UPS, Coca-Cola, and individual leaders such as Mayor Shirley Franklin, Senator Johnny Isakson, and Governor Nathan Deal. That's a pretty illustrious group. And I'm excited to add another true legend to this list. And before I ask him to come to the stage, although he can't be here and Dallas Smith's going to come up in his stead, let me tell you a little bit about Al Vivian, CEO of Basic Diversity. The ACBR is so fortunate to have formed a partnership with this individual. And in fact, our city is incredibly blessed to have this nationally recognized and highly sought after leader right in our midst. First and foremost, Al is a humanitarian. He has a bold and powerful voice that helps him influence and guide leaders across the country to achieve greater unity and develop greater empathy. He has worked with the ACBR diversity initiatives, including the intensely dynamic race awareness program, and serves as both counsel and friend to the board of directors. As the son of civil rights activist and diversity champion C.T. Vivian, who passed away this year at the age of 95, Al was raised to believe that everyone is responsible to contribute to society in which they live. He has a clear and vital mission, as well as an incredible optimism that shines through in every interaction with others. Al was supposed to be joined here today with his wife, Deanna, and as every successful guy knows, it's the power, wisdom, and authority of women in our lives that shape us to be better people. Al is a change agent and a visionary, and anyone who has had the great fortune to work with him will be shaped into a better person as well. It is my great honor to present the 2020 Henry H. Robinson Award to Mr. Al Vivian, CEO of Basic Diversity, and Dallas Smith is going to accept for him. Next, we'll move on to Young Realtor of the Year, who also could not make it at the last minute. The YCR truly represents the future of our industry and the future leadership of our organization. If you haven't been to a YCR event, believe me, you're missing something. In normal years, the YCR hosts stellar happy hours. Of course they do. All right? Bus tours of emerging neighborhoods, a lively bowling cup, and a golf tournament to raise money for the Carter Martin Fund at Children's Healthcare. This year, their theme must have been perseverance, because as COVID started, closing things down and canceling events, the YCR adapted their bus tour into an educational seminar. They contributed to community service efforts and altered the details of the golf tournament to be fully compliant with all safety guidelines. Again, before we welcome the Young Realtor of the Year, allow me to say a few things about Todd Edstrom. Todd is a senior associate and tenant rep with JLL. And you all get to know him because he's going places. He represents the core values of both YCR and ACBR as he succeeds in his professional endeavors as well as his philanthropic efforts, including serving as on the board of Chris 180. His exemplary organizational skills were put to great use as YCR went through the plans of hosting their annual golf tournament. The location was changed to accommodate more golfers, greater spacing, volunteers performed temperature checks, and completely hands-free registration, and above all, a great time. The 2020 golf tournament was a sold-out success, welcoming 144 golfers, raising over $18,000 in proceeds for the Carter Martin Fund. Todd's preparation and participation in the YCR is a testament to the importance of becoming involved in the board, and I can't wait to see what challenges he takes on next. So congratulations to Todd Edstrom, our 2020 Young Realtor of the Year, and we will get his award to him. Please give him a round of applause. All right, so the members of the month. The Member of the Month award was created by the Board of Directors to recognize 12 of our volunteers who go above and beyond in their contributions and efforts. They have made a significant difference in elevating our organization, and I'm very honored to recognize the following volunteer leaders. And in order to once again keep our attendance low, I will be announcing everyone's name. Please hold your applause until I've finished the list. Thank you. So, for the month of January, Sean Williams, Bull Realty. February, Joanna Blasing, CBRE. March, Jim Caswell, Bridge Commercial Real Estate. April, Heather Lamb, Colleges International, and Jeff Shaw, Bridge Commercial Real Estate. May, Brooks Morris, Cressa Global. June, Kenesha Robnett, Remax Platinum Access. July, Cedric Matheny with T. Dallas Smith & Company. August, Yolanda Roll, Remax Platinum Access. September, Todd Edstrom, JLL. October, Monica Flocken, Childress Klein Properties. November, Lindsay Murphy, Murphy Myers. And for December, Corey Ferguson, T. Dallas Smith & Company. Congratulations to all our deserving members of the month. Let's give them all a round of applause. Okay, so Affiliate of the Year Award. You know, when I hear the term affiliate, I think of someone who's aligned with your mission and your purpose, and our ACBR affiliate members are a vital part of our organization. And this award is being presented today to an individual who's not just an ally, but a highly involved, super active, and influential member of the ACBR. Just like our realtor members, our affiliate members are highly supportive professionals who continually serve our organization in our community. So let me tell you a little bit something about our 2020 Affiliate of the Year, Lindsay Murphy of Murphy Myers. Lindsay is the embodiment of dedication and service. When she joins the committee, you know you'll be working with a volunteer who will show commitment and diligence to every task that she is given. She's a leader who brings a focused and compassionate approach to all her efforts. She has served the ACBR on numerous committees, organized and moderated educational seminars, and hosted CE programs for the board. As one of the two founders of Murphy Myers, we know she is a skilled and creative force, greatly admire her passion for design and service to others, including as a board member of the Mary Hall Freedom House. I'm proud to announce Lindsay Murphy, co-founder Murphy Myers, is our 2020 Affiliate of the Year. Our next award is the Community Service Award. First of all, let me tell you that when it comes to community service, our members are rock stars. This year, like so many others, the committee had a truly outstanding nominations for this prestigious award. Makes me proud of our members to see their commitment to so many outstanding organizations throughout the city. There's such an incredible pipeline of individuals in our networks that go above and beyond to help those who may be struggling throughout their communities. And I have to tell you, it just does my heart good. We have so many people doing so many good works. Really, really incredible. This award recipient stood above the crowd in the nominations due to his perseverance, leadership, dedication for more than 2 decades, 21 years and counting. It would be difficult to summarize all of his many accomplishments throughout this time frame, but allow me a few brief moments to talk about the 2020 Community Service winner, John Dryman of the Dryman team. John first served the board of directors for the St. Jude's Recovery Center in 1999, and he has consistently dedicated himself in achieving the overarching goals of this incredible organization that provides high-quality health care and programs to sustain recovery and restore individuals to their families. St. Jude's was established in 1962 and has grown remarkably from one single building to owning 8 facilities, debt-free, throughout the Atlanta area. That's what happens when you have a successful real estate guy at the helm, right? All right, so John first served as the chairman of the board and then as the emeritus board member. He has directed efforts for their capital campaigns, has helped to raise millions of dollars, resulting in the development of a new healthcare center and the purchase and renovation of facilities. In addition to all of his efforts on behalf of the St. Jude's, John also has served the board of directors of the Shepherd Center for 33 years and is on the board of Trees Atlanta. And I will say this, John served as the chairman of the board, and in 2013, they had a new executive director who passed away unexpectedly. John stepped forward again to be the chairman. He's still the chairman. That's incredible, really incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating a true community service commander, Mr. John Dryman of the Dryman team. Thank you. John, on behalf of the ACBR, we would like to present you with a check for $1,000 for the St. Jude's Recovery Center for your long-standing service.
Thank you.
There you go. Thank you. And now it's time for the last award that I have to give out, Realtor of the Year. This award is presented to the individual who represents the ideals of the ACBR while also serving as a testament to the professional success that can come from ACBR involvement and leadership. And again, there were several amazing nominations. In a year that has seen incredible accomplishments under unparalleled challenges, I think we could say that twice, this individual genuinely moved the needle in so many ways. And it hasn't been just in 2020. His contributions and achievements to the ACBR have been well regarded through a diverse blend of volunteer initiatives and leadership positions. And on top of all that, he's just a good guy. All right, so before we welcome our 2020 Realtor to the podium, allow me to give you a few more details about Pat Murphy of Cushman Wakefield. Pat leads Cushman's industrial team. In addition to his many roles on the board, he's also probably having his best year ever in our business. And let me take a minute to spotlight that accomplishment because he's in industrial real estate, and industrial real estate is doing really well. All right. Pat has served as chairman of the $1 Million Club, community service, student outreach, and now the sponsorship committee. He's also served in many volunteer roles with ACBR, including coordinating Expert Series CE classes, educational seminars, helped raise money for Burger Fest, and also Community Service Spring Fling. And he also has served as a mentor in the mentorship program. He's done it all and has given so much over many years. In 2020, Pat served as the chairman of the sponsorship committee and implemented a totally new program that will add exposure and additional benefits for our sponsors. And I remember when you brought that up at one of our board meetings. It was the culmination of a lot of work, and Pat led this process, which will sustain our board for many years to come. Pat shows up, He steps up and he gives back. He's still one of those guys. He's got natural warmth, professional integrity, and a reverence for his family. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and great privilege to present the 2020 Realtor of the Year Award to Pat Murphy, Managing Director, Cushman Wakefield.
Thank you, Sim, and congratulations to all the very deserving award winners. I want to take an opportunity to introduce Bob Matthews. To truly give Bob a proper introduction, it would take the rest of this program. Bob is the chairman, CEO, and market leader of Colliers International here in Atlanta. However, he would be the first person to tell you it's not a person's title that adds value to their role or their responsibility. This is someone who knows a lot about service to others. After graduation from the University of North Georgia, Bob served 6 years in the U.S. Army, completing a military career as captain, and he's always been a person who gives back to this industry and community through his affiliation with so many distinguished causes and organizations. Bob is someone who knows a lot about leadership. He joined Colliers in 1991 and has served as CEO since 2004, building an incredible team based on trust and respect. In 2001, the ACBR was fortunate to have Bob serve as president, and he also served as a past president of the Georgia chapter of SIOR. He is a mentor to so many, and even the days before I was installed, we had breakfast, and he shared valuable wisdom. Bob is genuine. He demonstrates his commitment and devotion to his family, his friends, and his faith. And Bob lost his beloved wife, Joan, last month, and I know everyone here at ACBR has been sending him both love and prayers. So please welcome ACBR past president, my neighbor, industry icon, Bob Matthews, to our podium to instruct our installation of officers and directors and to introduce his colleague, Jodi Selvey, as ACBR president.
It's kind of interesting, Jeff. You know, you were the president in 2020, and of course this has been a very exciting year. Well, I was the president in 2001. Anybody remember 2001? There are only a few of you. Many of you are too young. Well, that was the dot-com bust. And everything fell off the cliff just like it did on March 14th of this year. And at that time, we did something bold. We established the commercial information exchange. Anybody remember that? Now, we didn't succeed at that effort, but we certainly made a huge effort to make that happen, and ultimately we got our money back. But if you want to look at presidents, don't look at my presidency. You've done much better than me. I am just delighted to be up here this afternoon, and this is such a great honor. You know, I'm here first to install the new officers and directors for 2020 for the ACBR leadership team. So now I'm going to ask the following members to come forward as I call your names to be installed into the service of director for a 3-year term beginning in 2021. Bryant Cornett, Amy Fingerhut, Ryan Hoyt, Sean Monahan, and Dexter Warrior. Okay, additionally, our board of directors has a representative serving from the following commercial real estate organizations. So please come forward when I call your name and stand again to the left. From CCIM, we have Ryan Denbo. From Crew, Greer Gallagher. From NAIOP, Jeanette Myers. From SIOR, Brad Pope. I saw Brad back there. From the Empire Board, Marcus Thornton. And from YCR, Stuart Thrash. And now I am delighted to bring up the officers for the ACBR board next year. We have 4 vice presidents, and they are Chris Aaronkeel, Heather Lamb, Pat Murphy, and Dallas Smith. And finally, our president-elect for 2021, and I'm going to ask him to stand right here. Welcome up Greg Metcalf. You have been selected by your peers to positions of leadership in the Atlanta Commercial Board of Realtors for the coming year. It's an honor that carries a great obligation on your part to be worthy of the trust they're showing in you. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that you will administer the office to which you have been elected to the best of your ability and judgment, in conformity with the bylaws and constitution of our board, that you will observe and enforce the Realtors Code of Ethics, that you will uphold and support the Georgia Real Estate Commission in its enforcement of licensure laws, that you will, in your acts, be governed by the principles of honesty, justice, and fair play, and in every manner possible endeavor to promote and safeguard the best interest of our state, the high purposes of our board, and the welfare of our membership. If you so subscribe, please say, "I do." I do. By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I do hereby proclaim each of you duly installed in the office to which you've been elected. Congratulations, what an outstanding group. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you very much. So I am really pleased and honored. This is a great honor for me. And I introduced Karen Dick when she was the first woman who was president of the board. But this is a particularly great honor because it's Jodi. So I'm delighted to introduce the 2021 president. Now, many of you attending right here today with us, but also those online who will see it soon, they know the commitment of time and energy that's required over years of involvement in this board to prepare someone to be a leader to the point that they can be selected to this very important role. As our market's most significant commercial real estate trade group, we sometimes forget that, we're a trade group. The Atlanta Commercial Board is the organization that supports our careers by educating and advocating, as well as demanding the highest standards of ethical performance and conduct. It is where we come together to network. It's where we come together to collaborate. It's also, by the way, where we come to occasionally settle a disagreement. The president of our organization is the face of each and every one of us in this community. This is the largest commercial real estate board in the country. It is a powerful board. It speaks loudly in Washington at NAR. And we have been so blessed with tremendous leaders for so long. I was president 20 years ago, and this board has done nothing but continue to grow despite 2001. As a matter of fact, that was one of the few years we actually dipped in membership. Thank you very much. But I'm here to testify today that there is no better ambassador or leader ready and able to take up this role on our behalf than Jodi Selvey. With her many hours working on committees, the board, as vice president, as president-elect this year, Jodi has shown her love of and commitment to the commercial board's continued growth in member services and our impact in the community at large. I am extraordinarily proud of what the last number of years boards have done to engage us in the community and all of the very important work that's going on in our city today. And Jodi's been part of that. Now, I believe I'm best capable of declaring her well prepared for this role because for 17 years, I've been honored to work for her. Now, you say, well, what do you mean work for her? I thought she worked for you. No, that's not the way I look at it. I got 350 people who I work for, and Jodi is one of the loudest. I've been described this way too, but my goodness, Jodi is seldom wrong, but never in doubt. And that is a very strong trait. So I've worked with her for 17 years. And as you already know, Jodi is my partner at Colliers Atlanta, and she has been part of our leadership committee and our office occupier services group leader for many years. And I want to mention this to you, and Jodi's a big part of this. We have a leadership committee in our firm, and it has 12 members, and they run business lines. 7 are women. So we are trying to walk our talk every day, and I'm delighted Jodi has been part of that for many years. I gladly recruited Jodi to Colliers, and it was no small task. She asked me 1,001 questions and focused on the details. And I will tell you this, those skills have served her clients and Colliers very well, and that they will serve this board very well also. Now, Jodi has demonstrated, and if any of you have spent time around her and know her, she has demonstrated time and again that she is an instinctual leader and that she is an energetic leader, and that's what's required. Jodi has a heart for young colleagues and commercial real estate aspirants, and there are a lot of them. Not so many right now, but not too long ago. She will, time and time, I've seen her time and time, she's proven a willingness and a strength to be a mentor and an advisor for her colleagues and her friends, and she does it every day. I've seen her handle some of our youngest new brokers, men and women, and lead them to an understanding much more quickly than if they did it on their own. And she seeks them out. She's like a heat-seeking missile, and she tells them exactly what they need to be doing. And she's amazing. Jodi is also, by the way, the top producing broker in our firm so far this year. We've got 1 month left, but I think you got him. And but she's been a top producing broker for many, many years. So she leads by example regardless of the challenge. I've seen that time and time again. She was a trailblazer for women in our business, and I rejoice in saying Jodi will be our 3rd woman president. As we enter particularly as we enter this more inclusive time. And if you ever spend some time with her about going to Georgia, getting out, getting in the real estate business, and by the way, she is a trustee at the University of Georgia Foundation. So she's been so involved in her community at Mayor School and all. If you want something done, you go get Jodi and you say, how are we going to do it? And that's what happens. That's who she is. So I encourage you to learn her story because it's an inspiration to all of us. Now, during this challenging time for our business and most importantly for our people, at Colliers we double down on constantly looking for the good news and a hopeful message. As part of that mission, we recently rolled out our Atlanta theme for Colliers for 2021. It is simply this. It is look, move, and live forward. Jodi is the epitome of that theme. She always looks, moves, and lives forward. I know she'll bring an enthusiasm, energy, and fresh ideas to this role, and the ACBR will be better for it. Please, Jodi, join me up here to swear you in. Jodi, your fellow realtors have chosen you to be our leader for the coming year. In this singular honor, that you should wear proudly. You will be the voice and the image of our board. Your obligation and responsibility is great. It requires dedication, perseverance, and will strengthen and carry out the goals of the board only through that perseverance and dedication. Now, will you please raise your right hand as I give you the oath? Do you, Jodi Selvey, solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that you will administer the office of the President of the Atlanta Commercial Board of Realtors to the best of your ability and judgment, in conformity with the Constitution and bylaws of our board, that you will observe and enforce the Realtor Code of Ethics, that you will uphold and support the Georgia Real Estate Commission in the enforcement of the licensure law, that you will in all your acts be governed by the principles of honesty, justice, and fair play, and in every manner possible endeavor to promote and safeguard the best interest of our state, the high purposes of our board, and the welfare of its membership. Do you so subscribe? Please say, I do.
I do.
By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I do hereby proclaim you the duly installed 2021 President of the Board. Jodi Selvey.
So Bob, thank you so much for that introduction. I'm very proud to be part of the team at Colliers, and it means so much to me to have you introduce me as both a mentor and a friend. It is also very fitting, as it was 20 years ago that you were installed as the president at ACBR. And while this is 2020, thank you for always being a great leader, a strong inspiration to me and everyone, not only at Colliers, but also at ACBR. And I would also like to recognize Kristen Lamb, who could not be here, who was also a big inspiration to me in being involved at the board. So, 2020. In years to come, saying 2020 will be invoking famous one-word lines, names, Bono, Cher, or Tiger. No further explanation needed. Finally, here we are at the end of 2020. We have just 21 more days, so hang on. It's been a year that has created so many new challenges and hardships, yet it's also taught many of us new and valuable lessons. Jeff, as president of ACBR this year, you've faced unending challenges and major shifts with demands from so many of our members. It has been a tough year, and I thank God that you were the 2020 president, as you were the right leader for this year. You gracefully served ACBR president in a strong and dynamic manner and helped to keep the train on the tracks when everything was pulling it in another direction. Thank you for your leadership and for the many years you served previously as a member of many committees and our board. As I stand here today, I'm very excited and proud to be part of such a deep history of leaders who continually give of themselves for the betterment of others. I am thankful to have my family with me here today, my husband Bill, who puts up with so much, and my son Scott and my daughter Meredith, who for some reason both followed me into commercial real estate. Thank you for putting up with me all these years. I became involved with ACBR well over 10 years ago when I was asked by one of my coworkers, Jeff Kelly, to help audit $1 Million Club applications. Come on, Jodi, it'll be fun, he said. You can see where that got me. Be very careful when someone asks you to help with something around here. You may be here for a while. All kidding aside, I'm very grateful that I said yes, and that I have been called upon many times to continue to build this incredible organization. After I was nominated as president-elect, I was also often asked the question, what is your platform going to be? I had to stop and think about this. As a young girl growing up in the 70s, I associated a platform with the Miss America pageant, where contestants were asked about their platform and often said, I want to cure world hunger, or how can I bring literacy skills to all the children around the country? I didn't have a platform when I was nominated. And then it started to come into focus for me at last year's meeting and awards banquet. I listened carefully to Jeff's speech, and new ideas began to roll around in my head. I started asking myself a different question. Not why do I volunteer for ACBR, but why not? Why not get involved and help others? Why not join a committee to better our community? Why not mentor a young broker looking to jumpstart their career? ACBR is where relationships are built and cemented. ACBR is where friendships are made. ACBR is where deals are made. And ACBR is where lives can be changed. So after a while, my platform came into focus with better clarity. I might even say with a 2020 vision. Get involved. So my challenge to all of you that can hear this speech, whether you're in this room or in your office or in your home, why not do something today that will benefit someone else? Get involved. This year has taught us all some tough lessons, but it has also brought a renewed sense of appreciation and gratitude for the little things we take for granted. When it's finally possible, I believe we will all hug a little longer, enjoy concerts a little more, spend more time with our families, and reach out more to those we love. We will chat with people on the elevator without worrying about them standing too close. We will travel to new places and embrace the journey. We will be more appreciative of the heroes in our lives, our first responders, teachers, medical personnel, members of our armed services, and many more. And we will remember that true comfort and joy is found in family, friends, and colleagues. I think that we are all looking forward to 2021 in a new way. We know that with the turn of the calendar page, the world won't automatically revert back to normal. But with strength, determination, and soon a vaccine, we can move forward with a renewed zest for what the future holds. And so here we are, staring at 2021. It won't erase the loss we felt in 2020, but I do see this as a new beginning for all of us. I'm excited to serve as the 2021 president and energized to get more of our members engaged in this incredible organization. When you think of new goals and objectives for the year, ask yourselves, why not? Not just at the start of 2021, but all throughout the year. And if you ever need help answering that question, please give me a call and I can help you find a place to scratch that itch. And then last night, as I was getting ready to go to bed and I was reading on my computer, I saw a quote from a very unlikely source that I thought was very appropriate to finish us out. And it was from Chip Gaines from Fixer Upper. And he quoted, "I believe we all have something to offer this world every day, every hour, every minute. If we can surround ourselves with people who amplify that message instead of muffling it, we can turn it into a roar." And with that, I would like to talk to Jeff. I remember last year when you were sworn in as president, you spoke on the importance of our connections, that they support us and lift us up. And I believe it's our connections that kept us moving forward throughout the year and will sustain us as we move into 2021. So I would ask for you to join us on the stage for a final word and be able to present you with a special award. Last year, you made such a beautiful and personal speech and encouraged us all with your optimism and energy. I remember sitting in my seat last year feeling such respect and admiration for you, but I had no idea how much my respect for you as a true leader would grow throughout the year as you faced some pretty daunting circumstances, including a pandemic, racial unrest, and a tense national election. You not only persevered, but you triumphed, and you made 2020 a better year than we could have ever expected due to your inspiring leadership and unparalleled ability to quickly adapt and refocus. His nickname is Pivot. Everyone at ACBR owes you a debt of gratitude, and it is now my privilege to be able to present you with this fragile glass gavel as a reflection of your influence and spirit.
I genuinely can't believe it's been 12 months since we were here with John doing this. So thank you again for all of your support and all of your hard work. Jodi, those were beautiful words, and Bob, thank you. Looking forward to serving with you. And Cynthia, again, congratulations next year. Thank you all for braving this environment and coming here to this event. And as promised, we will get you out on time. So thank you again. Happy holidays. We're adjourned.